spotlight. So we've got some questions. We'll go through this. So I guess number one, we've asked our other senior, Cade, the same question. What do you hope the underclassmen remember you by?
Yeah, I think just my intensity that I bring to practice every day. I think, there's two ways to go about things. You can either show up just wanting to have a good time, or you can kind of put your head down and get to work. And I think the intensity you bring to practice really shows up when you get down in the high stressful, high competitive moments. And, it adds a sense of calmness when you've put in the work and you stayed after practice and, practice when no one else is there to kind of watch over you, and kind of helps a lot down the road.
Yeah, I think that's probably been the biggest change for you. You know what I mean? I don't worry about you anymore. I think me and the coaching staff, we see Paulie, we know what we're going to get, and that's a great comfort as a coach, obviously knowing that. I guess the other thing too is what are you going to miss about this university or the golf program? What are a couple things you're going to miss, obviously, with graduation?
I think just every day seeing the guys getting better, pushing each other, whether it's in competition, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. We get very competitive, but I think it really helps, prepare you for those high stressful moments when you're on the back nine on the second day of a tournament trying to hold on to a lead. And not only you, but everyone else is, prepared and ready for that moment, and just trusting each other.
The work's been done, so to speak. So Wednesdays are my favorite days.
Yeah.
Those are the competitive days that we have. They're awesome. Yeah. So okay, we're walking out of here. 4 years. What's next? What's the plans for Paul moving forward?
Yeah, I plan to stay in the golf business and seek a job as an assistant golf pro while gaining experience and finishing my PGA schooling, and then see what happens from there.
Awesome. Chicagoland area?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to go to 3 kind of fun questions.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Probably we've given all the seniors different questions. So I guess my first one for you is what's the one part of your game that has improved the last, let's say, 2 to 3 years? You're the most proud of?
I think just mentally how I go about things. I think I've learned from a few of my coaches back home that you got to treat each hole as its own game, its own challenge. Whatever happens, either you make a birdie or a double on hole, or you're after the hole. If you can flush the good and the bad, and just continue to focus on what's in front of you, I think it's helped me more than anything else.
Yeah. Hopefully our freshmen are watching or listening to this, because that's exactly what we try to talk about. I think that's the one thing we talked about earlier, right? You just kind of roll and don't worry about getting to going. It's very, very in tune mentally, which is great. So you're on a desert island. Okay. Who's the one teammate that you would like to be on that desert island with you? To either make you laugh, help you build something to get off. Who's it going to be?
That's hard. I think I'd have to go Cade.
Cade, okay.
I think
like
Cade's very, very smart and logical about how he goes about things, and he'd know what to do more than I would.
I would agree. He's kind of a Swiss Army knife.
Yes,
He kind of gives you a little bit of everything.
Exactly.
He's kind of funny. He can build stuff. That's probably my vote too, for sure. I guess the last part of it too is what is there? You have one moment that's been the funniest moment in 4 years on the golf team? I know I'm putting you on the spot a little bit. Can you think of a crazy funny moment within the golf team over the 4 years?
I don't know if I can think of one, but just especially spending nights in the hotels with Matt. Matt McClellan was one of the funniest guys I've ever met. So I think just spending time with Matt was always a treat.
That's funny you say that, because I asked Cade who's the funniest teammate in 4 years, and it wasn't even close. He goes, Matt McClellan.
Yep.
So, Matty Ice, if you're watching you got 2 votes, dude. So, Paulie, thanks for being a good sport today, and thank you for the 4 years. It's been a blast, and I can't wait to continue our relationship, obviously, as you can go through life professionally and everything like that. But just thank you for everything. It's been a lot of fun, and obviously we got conference this week, so we've got a big one to get ready for and see what happens there. But thanks for being a great sport.
Of course. Thank you very much.
Go Spartans.
Go Spartans.